The lawyer's hands trembled as he handed Amy the sealed envelope, dated 2006. Your grandmother Cynthia left specific instructions. This could only be opened if you were truly lost. Inside wasn't money or jewelry, but something that would make Amy collapse to her knees, sobbing with joy. Recordings of her grandmother singing lullabies she'd never released, each one containing a hidden message spelled out in musical notes. Cynthia Winehouse died on May 5, 2006, taking with her what Amy called the only unconditional love I ever knew. But Cynthia, a former jazz singer who gave up her career for family, had been planning something extraordinary for years. She knew her granddaughter better than anyone, knew the demons that would come, the battles ahead, and exactly what Amy would need to hear when the world became too dark to bear. The story begins in 1992, when 9-year-old Amy sat at her grandmother's piano in Southgate, North London. Cynthia watched her granddaughter pick out melodies by ear, her tiny fingers finding jazz chords that seasoned musicians struggled with. That day, Cynthia made a decision that would echo through time. She would give Amy not just music lessons but a musical inheritance that could save her life. But here's what nobody knew. Cynthia had been secretly recording personalized songs for Amy since 1994, knowing somehow that her granddaughter would need them during her darkest hours. Every Sunday for 12 years, while Amy thought her grandmother was at her bridge club, Cynthia was actually in a small recording studio in Enfield, laying down tracks with her old jazz quartet. These weren't just any songs. They were musical letters to Amy, each one designed for a specific moment in her granddaughter's future life. Cynthia called it the Forever Embrace Project. The studio engineer, Thomas Hardy, now 78, recalls, Mrs. Winehouse would arrive with handwritten sheet music and specific instructions. She'd say things like, "This one is for when Amy feels unlovable," or "This is for when fame becomes poison." I thought she was overprotective, maybe paranoid. Now I realize she was prophetic. She saw Amy's entire future and prepared an antidote for every poison life would offer. Cynthia recorded 27 songs, one for each year she hoped Amy would live. The titles alone reveal a grandmother's deepest understanding. When he doesn't deserve you, the morning after regret, your voice is enough, they love your pain, not your joy, and most mysteriously, July needs you to survive. Each song was sealed with instructions on when it should be delivered to Amy. Wait until you hear what happened when Amy received the first song and how it saved her from her first suicide attempt. February 14, 2007, Amy's 24th birthday and her first without Cynthia. Amy was in the depths of her Blake obsession, having just suffered a miscarriage she'd told no one about. She'd written a suicide note, prepared pills, chosen her final outfit. Then her doorbell rang. A courier delivered a package with Cynthia's handwriting. "From my Amy, on the Valentine's Day when your heart is most broken." Inside was a cassette tape, deliberately analog so Amy would have to slow down to listen. Cynthia's voice, warm and clear, sang a modified version of My Funny Valentine with new lyrics. "My lovely Amy, sweet broken Amy, you make me smile though you're not here today. Your voice tells stories of pain and glories, but darling girl, you're not meant to go away. Don't change your heart for him. Your grandmother's love won't dim. Stay, my Valentine, stay." Amy played it 17 times that night, crying until she couldn't breathe. But in the bridge of the song, Cynthia had hidden something extraordinary. The melody spelled out IAMWATCHINGOVERYOU in musical notation. Amy, with her perfect pitch, heard it immediately. She put down the pills, tore up the note, and called her mother for the first time in months. "Nan's still here," she sobbed. "She's still here." But the most incredible discovery was the song Cynthia recorded for Amy's wedding day, to a man she'd never met. When Amy married Blake in Miami on May 18, 2007, she thought it was spontaneous, rebellious, a secret from everyone. But that morning, her manager received a package dated to be delivered on that exact date. Inside was Cynthia's recording of The Man I Love, but with a spoken introduction that chilled everyone who heard it. "Amy, my darling," Cynthia's voice said, If you're hearing this, you've just married the boy with the darkness behind his eyes. I saw him in dreams. I can't explain. Tall, pale, charming as a snake. He'll hurt you, baby. Worse than anyone ever has. But you need this pain to write the songs the world needs to hear. So dance today, cry tomorrow, and remember, when he's gone, you'll still have music. You'll still have me. Blake went pale when he heard it. How could she know about me? He asked. She died before we even met. Amy just smiled through tears. Nan knew everything. She always did. The song continued with altered lyrics that perfectly described Blake, their toxic love, and most eerily, predicted their divorce date within a month of when it actually happened. The wedding photographer Maria Santos noticed something strange in the developed photos. In every shot where Amy is holding the cassette player, there's this inexplicable light anomaly, like someone standing beside her in a white dress. I'm not saying it was supernatural, but I've photographed 500 weddings, and I've never seen anything like it. Amy saw the photos and just said Nan wore white to every celebration. You won't believe what Cynthia hid in the piano she left Amy. Discovered only when the instrument was damaged during a move. In March 2008, movers accidentally cracked Cynthia's 1960 Steinway piano while delivering it to Amy's new flat. Inside the crack, they found a hidden compartment Cynthia had carved herself. It contained 50 handwritten letters, each labeled with specific dates, spanning until 2036, the year Amy would have turned 53, the age Cynthia was when Amy was born. The first accessible letter, dated for Amy's 25th birthday, contained musical notation for a song Cynthia never recorded, with instructions. This melody came to me in a dream about your future daughter. Teach it to her as I taught you. She'll have your voice, but steadier hands. Her name will start with C, like mine. Love echoes through generations, my darling. You are never the end of the story. Amy became obsessed with the song, practicing it daily. She told friends she could feel her future daughter when she played it, could see a little girl with dark curls at a piano. Nan's given me someone to live for who doesn't even exist yet, Amy said. How do you disappoint a ghost and an unborn child? This future-facing hope became one of the few things that could pull Amy from her darkest moments. But then something beautiful happened when Amy discovered Cynthia had been secretly collaborating with someone unexpected. In 2009, Amy received a package containing a duet, Cynthia singing with someone whose voice Amy recognized but couldn't place. The letter explained everything. For 2 years before her death, Cynthia had been secretly working with Tony Bennett, recording traditional jazz standards with personalized messages for Amy woven into the arrangements. Tony Bennett himself revealed, Cynthia contacted me in 2004, saying her granddaughter would one day need to remember why she started singing. We recorded 17 duets in secret. She made me promise to release them to Amy at specific moments.